On the evening rush, we look at issues across Nigeria's socio-economic and political landscape. We have a possibility of bringing things into context, into bringing things to a proper perspective for your better edifiable comprehension. The idea on the evening rush is that when we talk about all of these issues, it's not necessarily just to criticize or to call out names or to condemn. No, we dissect it objectively as much as we can with the analysts in their professional capacities that they can help put these things in light, and then we are able to come to a logical conclusion. We make recommendations while we criticize as well, and you can never tell, honestly speaking, that they are listening. You never tell. They always listen. They always listen to everything you say. But it's just quite unfortunate that this is the political dispensation. They're only concentrating on the strategy to ensuring that they click 2027. Before I comment, I want to tell you that today is going to be quite special because we're going to look at issues from a different prism today. I actually have Mr. Segun Sopiton. It's been quite a while that he's been with us. Welcome, sir.
It's a pleasure to be here. It's a long time.
Yes, long time. I have to follow you. I have to bully you. I have to monitor you. Hey, Mr. Segun.
The hustle is real.
Ogini Kilon Shele.
They're not great releasing me. My clients not great releasing me.
Welcome to the Evening Rush. Welcome to Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Also, I have Mr. Tony Mbata with us. He just quickly stepped out. We want to verify something before we talk about it. Something happened in Imo State, so we want to verify indeed how it happened or whom and the persons that we saw. It's quite gory, but he's helping to verify it. So don't worry, you're going to see him soon. We're going to talk about it. Mr. Segun Sopiton. I know that you are a business person and you really know how to dissect economical issues. I'm going to start off with the CBN Governor Yemi Cardoso telling us that they have reduced interest rate to 27%, the first cut since 2020. Most of us who are not really into the mathematical aspect of this or the statistical aspect of all this, what does it mean by reducing the country's benchmark interest rate to 27%?
Okay, so the first implication is that just for the ordinary man on the street, it means that hopefully things will get better soon.
Okay.
The indicators for the CBN to reduce interest rates, one, it means that inflation is slowing.
Okay.
It doesn't mean prices are coming down, no. Let's not mix it up or confuse it. It means that inflation is slowing. And that slowdown is consistent and stable enough to give the CBN the courage to say, okay, we can now start reducing interest rates. That's one. So again, to recap, it means things are hopefully going to get better soon.
Okay.
Number two, it also means that for people that are in business and that rely on bank loans, and all of that, that hopefully borrowing as well will get a bit cheaper and possibly more accessible with the banks, because with MPR having been reduced, interest rates will follow it. So those are good things. We can only hope that these things are sustained, They
said that the basis was to raise the cash reserve requirement for commercial banks to 45% while retaining that of merchant banks at 16%. And then introduce a 75% CRR, that is credit, that's it, right?
Cash reserve ratio.
Okay, cash reserve ratio on TSA public sector deposits. And that the liquidity ratio was left unchanged at 30%.
So that cash reserve ratio for the TSA or public sector accounts, what that means, and this, the CBN governor had been talking about this, the last MPC meeting and the one before, he kept reminding us that FAC allocation continues to be a source of liquidity pressure in the economy. They continue to pump money, we have removed subsidies, we have devalued, so revenue has increased. You will notice that every month when they give the FAC allocation, the sharing, we're talking in trillions now. Just 2 years ago, if you share 700 billion as FAC allocation, it's good news. If you get to 900 billion, there's celebration, in the public sector, like we're doing well with revenues. But now we're talking trillions, 2 trillion. The last one was 2 trillion naira, aggregate amount that was shared. So what that means is that funds are being pumped into the system, into the financial system, which is likely to continue to drive inflationary pressures from the monetary side of things. So that's why the CBN now said, okay, look, these public sector funds, every other source of liquidity pressure in the economy, it has been controlled to a certain degree. But public sector is still a problem. So they now created that cash reserve ratio, sector specific, so that any money that is government related money, the banks can only touch 25% of that in their lending activities. So therefore, you still have to hold that money to prevent it from adding inflationary pressure to the economy. So it's a sensible, this has been done. I think this was done some 10, 15 years ago, where the CBN had a special sector specific CRR just to help control liquidity in that sector. So it's okay.
Mr. Segun Shokito, what has actually kept a couple of Nigerians in confusion is the 330 billion naira that the finance minister Wale Edu told us that they had disbursed the very vulnerable. Based on what Parallel Facts told us, that the story falls apart because the testifiers are denying payment based on fact checks. So according to FIJ, one of those cited, Oluomo Clarifies, said that he never received a kobo, that it was just cruise. Someone said the government was paying, so I just said I received it too. I did not receive any payment and I received nothing. Others insisted they had been paid but gave accounts that they do not align with official procedure. Others, especially some Facebook users, said that they just told them to register but they haven't seen anything in their account. So if that is the case, then where is the money and who were those that were the recipients of this money? Because these are part of what the administration intends to rely on when the campaign season commences.
Esther, now this question that you're asking, if you ask me now, who I go ask, where's the money? Look, it's a very disturbing thing. You know, I listened to the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs. They're the ones that are responsible for this disbursement.
Yeah.
And I remember him saying, and this was just last month or the month before, I'm not very sure anymore, right, that the process will be made going forward transparent. And that, in fact, they're going to publish the names of the recipients of these conditional cash transfers so that the members of the public can verify. So what is supposed to happen is that as you're giving this money out, by ward or by local government, you publish the names of the beneficiaries. So that there can be accountability. And I as an ordinary Nigerian can just go to that register. Maybe it's online or you post it somewhere physically if you like, so that people that don't have access to online channels can also see it. Then I look at it, I see the names of my neighbors, and I'm sure it gives me confidence that, oh, the government is actually doing something good. But as it is now, we you know, all of the controls and transparency mechanisms, it looks as if they are not being followed. And,
I was once part of a program where, you know, we were outsourced to provide, will I say, resources for those who need jobs. Now it was a project, okay? A particular amount of money was released. I think it was an international, one of these NGOs. Now the project was to go to certain communities, find out certain things, and then make a list of how much money was needed to provide materials. Now while that entire process was going, I was responsible for compiling data. What it entails was, from the beginning of the project, okay, the communities that we were actually going to take care of, that's the NGO was going to take care of, the names of each of the local governments. All right, we got all of them out. How many words in that local government will be sorted? The residents, that is the names of those in each residence that we're going to look into, and then how many facility per ward will be looked into. That was the first thing we did. Then the names of the individuals, every step, we're taking pictures, all the plans, everything was on ground. It needed pictures, videos. There was a process. So the money that was required for each process was earmarked. That's why there's no community now, no matter how bad the network is, that they do not have access to telephones. The chief, the local government chiefs, the traditional leaders. So my issue is, this is a federal government project. You can't tell me there's no compendium of persons who can help facilitate the process of compiling data and ensuring verifiability, that's verifying this, and the persons that got it's simple.
And the crazy part of this is that supposedly this is being done in partnership with the World Bank.
I don't understand.
So it's all very strange. It's clear that.
So are we saying that all the reports, especially from funds gotten from the World Bank or IMF, they're inflated numbers, inflated figures, pictures of persons that never existed?
I think it's safe to assume that there's some sort of fraud is going on. I think it's safe to assume, and there's actually some sort of evidence in that regard, because Better Edu is still there. It's still an unresolved controversy. What's the name of the other lady? The one that
Sadia Umar Farouk.
Umar Farouk is still there, unresolved. Neither of these ladies have even been taken to court. Not to talk of seeing the back of the bars of a prison. So that in itself is enough evidence for us to know that something untoward is likely
happening
to be going on there. You see, I'm using all those probability words so that nobody will say that I made allegation. It's likely to be going on. And one has to ask, where's Mr. President in all of this? Why are we not showing Nigerians that we respect them and providing the information that assures? After all, a lot of this money is our taxpayers' money.
Yes.
This money is part of the proceeds of subsidy removal and floating of the exchange rate. So Nigerians are actually suffering to make this money available, and then some people are quaffing it somewhere. I think there needs to be some sort of accountability. It's very unfortunate.
Mr. Shegun, you recall on the 3rd of September 2025, small business owners and artisans who showcase their products at the 8th National MSME Clinic in Calabar, they actually accused the FG, that's the federal government, of failing to release 250,000 naira grants earlier promised them. The Vice President, Kashim Shettima, was the person who inspected the exhibition during his one-day visit in Cross River. That is in August 12, 2025. Then they directed the immediate disbursement of the grants to selected exhibitors under the Renewed Hope agenda. But weeks after, many participants lament they have received nothing, while only a handful were credited. So I don't know if you know the social media handle called Governor Amonike. Have you seen that? So this person is a content creator, but he does something that is very, very obvious, like very truthful. So for example, Governor Amonike comes to a community, okay, says he's setting up a water project. Now, when he builds the tap, there's obviously no water. So there's behind that wall where there is a tap, there are two persons with a jerry can, with a pipe. So the people on the tap, and then at the back, they're pouring the water. So the water is rushing, and everybody's like, oh, Governor, well done. You've done so well. Then Governor Aminike does a video of that. Should be water no come out of the tap. Water came out of the tap now. And then when he has captured what he wants to capture, the people at the back say water don't finish. Then when they turn the tap, water has stopped. So people like, Governor Aminike, the water has stopped. Oh, that one no concern him. In don't take the video away one thing. In don't collect. Do you think that is what is applicable, or that is what is happening here?
You know, Esther, as you were speaking, something occurred to me, and it's sad. In fact, it's not sad, it's tragic. You know, as bad as Buhari was, you know, like we said that administration was the worst that we had ever experienced as Nigerians.
Yeah.
Do you know that when Yemi Oshibajo was sharing trader money and market money,
yes,
the accusation was that it was vote buying, but nobody said that nobody received the money, because as he was going around, they would go with video.
No, there were videos.
There were videos. We saw people rejoicing. They would be sharing the thing.
Yes, yes, we saw all of that.
As bad as that administration was, there was some sort of accountability, even though we still accuse them of fraud on that project as well, right? Why is it so difficult for this thing to be done now? Why is everything shrouded in some sort of mystery and secrecy, you know, and all of that? And we just make a lot of noise on social media. We're preparing ourselves already for 2027 with audio projects and programs, creating loan schemes that we really don't see anybody benefiting from significantly. So it's all very unfortunate. Governance is politics, politics is governance. It's all mixed up, and we don't know the difference anymore.
Mr. Shegun Shopito, I heave a sigh. My sigh is heavy.
I was talking to a friend yesterday, and he was saying that he couldn't believe it, that he is looking back with nostalgia at the Buhari years. Like he's thinking to himself, now wow, Abi, will God go and wake this man up? At least it was bad then, but it's not this bad. You know, that is something for Mr. President to really, really think about. Because now Nigerians are thinking, wow, it was bad before, but when we thought that it couldn't get worse.
Worse.
It's far worse now. So
Okay. Now, the House of Representatives, they have directed the Accountant General of the Federation, Shamsuddin Ogunjimi, to provide a comprehensive breakdown of all payments made to contractors from the 2.4 trillion naira recently released by the federal government for project execution across the country. The resolution followed concerns raised by lawmakers regarding transparency, accountability, and the need to ensure that taxpayer funds are being utilized for the intended developmental purposes. Now, this demand actually highlights the Parliament's growing scrutiny of government spending. Now, a couple of Nigerians have reacted to this. For example, I was part of a space where they said, oh, well, they're just trying to act as if they're doing what they're supposed to do. Are we saying that when these contracts were reeled out, that some of these House of Rep members were not part of the contracts, or that they were not awarded these contracts? Everyone has gotten their cuts. 2.4 trillion naira, and they're just beginning to investigate. So is it safe to say that Tinubu is doing his own based on what he had promised he's going to do? Funds are being reeled out for different projects. Persons who are responsible for making sure those projects are executed are the ones that we're meant to hold accountable. In this regard, it's natural for Nigerians to call on Tinubu, but what if he has done his own part? We're meant to now question those who are meant to monitor the disbursement of that fund and ensure that the fund is properly channeled.
No, it's not safe to say that Tinubu is doing his own, because the buck stops at the president's desk, and we all know that we've got an accountability problem in this country. We know that we've got a corruption problem in this country. So if you are planning a program or you are planning a project, you are issuing, awarding contracts. Part of your job and responsibility is to put mechanisms in place that guarantee that those funds will be utilized for the purpose it was released for. If money gets diverted and you are now giving us a radio show, Nollywood, National Assembly hearings where people are fainting and people are coming with neck braces and their crutches with a cast on their leg, on their arm, then you are deceiving us. You can do the right thing so that we don't need to be doing inquiries at the National Assembly, inquiries that we never see the bottom of, that nothing will happen. What has happened to the former MD of Niger Delta Development Corporation, who passed out when he was being interrogated, by the National Assembly? What has happened to the accusations that off your mic? The famous off your mic incident involving the current Senate president. What happened to all those allegations when people were accused that you collected contract? What happened? Nothing. So for me, all of this is just stage managed drama to give us sound bites to talk about on your show, and and nothing will happen thereafter. So it's very unfortunate.
Well, we need to talk about it. It's very imperative that we do.
Absolutely. We have to keep talking, no matter what.
Another reason why I'm happy that you're here is, again, all this these issues that have compounded is the tax reform laws. Now, they're slated to commence in January 2026. It repeals all existing tax laws and consolidates the legal framework relating to taxation in Nigeria, which provides a harmonized system for the taxation of income, individuals, assets, transactions, and instruments. Now, some people feel that Nigerians are not yet crying out because they don't even understand what it means or what is going to hit them. Meanwhile, the federal government is saying this is good. Low income earners don't necessarily need to pay tax. They're exempted. It's only those who are earning from 800 and above. For you to be earning 800 and above, you are doing a good job, so you pay taxes. But the thing is, even if you're a low income earner, if you go to the supermarket to buy something, that tax has counted on whatever item you want to purchase. For small scale businesses, they're all worried. The 5% tax on fuel is also another thing, although they're saying they will tell us when. It's not something that will be implemented along with the others in January. I need you to kindly explain to me what this portends, what it means. We talked about this on Sunday, but I also need you to kindly educate us.
Well, so I am of the school of thought that taxation is important and necessary for development. I don't think that anybody that is sincere about wanting development will have too much to say against taxation as a principle. So an example of that is when we speak against toll gates, fees and all that. I always laugh because if you go abroad, countries and societies where everything works, you pay for everything. Now, look at what has happened to the Lekki-Ekpe Expressway since we stopped paying toll fees at those gates, the Ikoyi-Lekki Bridge, and the Lekki toll gate, where, the NSAS thing happened.
Yeah.
We stopped paying, we have not paid any toll in that place in 5 years. That road is a disaster. I go there. This project that I've been on that has stopped me from coming to your show often. I go on that road every day. I've been there every day for the last 1 month. The road is a complete disaster. And the reason that has happened is that there is no collection that is being used to maintain it anymore, like it was being done prior to, NSAS. So paying of fees, some sort of fees for public service is very important. And I think that it is from that perspective that I would say the tax administration law that has been implemented is a good thing on the one hand. It will help us generate a lot of revenues for government. But on the other hand, there are two concerns that I have.
All right.
Number one is when you generate that revenue, what happens to it? Is a huge problem, because we know that there is no, we just spoke about it. People are stealing money in this country and nothing happens. So all of the taxes and the revenues that were likely to generate, look, the government revenues will grow significantly in 2026 because of this thing. What will happen to that growth? What has happened to the increase in government revenues from subsidy removal and from devaluation of the naira? What has happened? Where's the money? Where are the projects? Right? So it is that same problem. That's number one. Number two, in spite of the fact that Mr. Taiwo Oyedele, who I really like and respect, has said that, this is going to be good for the poor, but I think he's not telling us the absolute truth. Because you see, you know what's one of the things that will happen? No matter what type of business you are doing, as long as you need a bank account, you will pay tax. So they didn't. Now they're saying,
so long as you have a bank account, you pay tax.
Yes, because even though we say that the tax law will exempt people with turnover from, I think it's 50 million and below, you are not required to pay any taxes. And if you're a salary earner on your payee, from I think about, they say family income of 250 and below. So maybe husband and wife, you are on 120, the other one is on 130 or something.
And it's from 100 to like 750 or even 800,000. Yes.
And so on and so forth. You are not paying any taxes. The challenge I have is that you are paying VAT on everything, number one. Any business that you do is taxable.
Yeah.
Your account is being tracked though. Right now, they're already implementing that. There's something they call the Tax Pro Max. When you open your bank account today, the bank will not activate your account until they call it activation of your TIN, of your TIN. So the bank and the FIRS and CAC, for people that are incorporating companies, are working hand in hand now to ensure that government has 100% visibility on all transactions happening in all banks. So everybody, there is no escape route for you again. You will pay your tax. So I would have said very good. But what will happen to all that money?
Wait, I'm coming.
What will happen to all that money?
They will remove that tax from my
account. No. They are not going to access your account directly.
Okay.
But they will see everything you are doing. So for example, before you are working here, Esther, you are collecting your salary.
Yes. So
let's assume that your salary is not up to that threshold.
It's not up to Lele. Lele. It's not up to.
So you don't pay tax, Abi.
Yeah, for
now.
now.
But you are also doing one or two things on the side because you are a very productive woman. Every single one of those things will pass through your account, Abi.
Yes.
You pay your tax on it. Because they will see it. It's not as if they will go and take the money from your account, but they will see it. The bank and FIRS have a portal that are talking to each other. So they will see all our transactions. You will just get they will be waiting for you to do your assessment by yourself. If you fail, they will give you assessment and penalize you for failing to report. So all of those things are coming.
When will they give me assessment and penalize me?
Then go send them to you. Maybe you get into your email. They have your email address. There's full visibility. There's no escape route. So that's what Taiwo Oyedele has done. Look, I'm all for widening. You see when Tinubu said, we will widen the tax net. 9 be this. It will widen. All of us, they're inside that net now. And ordinarily, I would have celebrated it. However, one, there's poverty already.
Massive one.
There is our purchasing power and disposable income. The purchasing power, they said it will reduce. He didn't say so actually, but people, turned it to that. We will reduce purchasing power.
Wait. You said you did not say so.
No.
Okay, well, explain. Help me interpret for President Tinubu. Interpret.
That clip was kind of manipulated. I've listened to the whole thing.
Okay,
so what he was saying was that if purchasing power is reduced as a result of this, as a result of that, that's what he was talking about. But somehow somebody clipped the thing. Forget about that. It's not even important. The important thing is that purchasing power has gone down right now. And disposable income has gone down. And tax net has been widened.
Very widened.
So we're being pressed from both sides. From the revenue side, income is reducing. From the expense side, tax obligations are going to go up, whether you like it or not, directly or indirectly. So for me, all of that would have been good, but where will the money go? Will it result in the development? Will it result in electricity supply improving significantly? For goodness sake, by 2026, my brother, it will be 2.5 years going to 3 years since the administration has come on board. Excuse me, why do we not have an additional 5,000 megawatts of electricity by now?
I don't understand.
Why? So that we'll say by 2026, 3 years into administration, we have 10,000 megawatts. Do you know what that will do to productivity, to people, the trader, the tailor, the barber, the hairdresser, who will no longer need to buy this very expensive petrol? Let's not forget that petrol was 197 naira per liter just 2.5 years ago. It's 860 naira now, and some people want us to celebrate and thank the president or thank Dangote. The price has increased fourfold. So now you are going to have to buy that petrol in order to run your barber clipper, and all of that. And yet there is no electricity. So what will the money be used for? Naim be the cocoa. So if this tax bill comes into effect, which it will by January, and we know for sure because we have seen evidence that it will result in better social services, better infrastructure, I will celebrate it. I will clap for it. And I will encourage people, don't worry, this is good. But we know, based on evidence of recent history and past history, that money will not get to the purpose. So I am worried.
They didn't tell us how they were going to give us indicators. That is a breakdown of how there's supposed to be a compendium. For example, in the UK, while money is removed from, for your tax, there's a breakdown of what your money is used for.
Absolutely.
So for security or defense, for welfare, resources, all those, there's a list. They send it to you at the end of the month. Will they do the same thing? Or we're just hearing that this is what the government is going to do, but nobody is going to be held responsible for telling us where my money went to?
As at 2021 Auditor General of the Federation report, I think, I can't remember the figure, some very obscene number of trillions of naira, we can't account for them. And in that report, there's a breakdown of how those monies were either misappropriated or not properly accounted for, with the names of the ministries involved and the names of the MDAs involved listed clearly. Nothing has happened till now. The same thing for the 2020 report, 2019 report. I don't think they've issued the 2022 report yet because, as usual with everything with public sector, it's very inefficient. So we know that there won't be any accountability, Esther. Nobody is going to give you any list of what they did with anything.
Okay, are we not supposed to ask for that? We can't.
We should.
You're implementing something next year. You didn't tell us that part of your implementation, there's a process through which we can see how much is being taken from us and where it is going.
Absolutely.
Is that not supposed to be part of the process that they were going to use to orient us or educate us? Because you can't tell us that you're imposing all of this because we're not used to this in this part of the world, but then how other countries that you copied this method from do it. So why was that aspect not included?
Because if you include it now, then where will the money to be used for the next election come from?
The president told us that we don't need to borrow anymore.
No, come on.
Have you forgotten?
No, that's
he said so in person that we're not borrowing. In fact, he rebuffed Trump and said, "Oh God, when you go and sit behind, we don't really need you."
President Tinubu has a habit of saying things that are not necessarily true. I didn't say he lies, though.
But they're not necessarily true.
So you can go and find out the difference. So I don't know where he was. I don't know what he was talking about because, first of all, there is no scenario under which any country is going to stop borrowing. It's not going to happen. The United States of America, the richest nation in the world, so to speak, the largest economy, still borrows. In fact, their loans are in the trillions. Either you are borrowing from your local economy in terms of T-bills and government instruments, or you are borrowing foreign, and they owe people. The United States owes Japan. In fact, guess what? Their biggest trading enemy, China. The United States owes them.
Yeah, obviously, that one we know.
You know, so I don't understand why the president will say that kind of thing. That's, you know, there are some things, you are a politician and you want to, you know, blow your trumpet, but some of these things don't make any sense. We are going to borrow, we're still borrowing. In fact, our borrowing is increasing.
Yeah, it is increasing because even the US is $38 trillion in debt.
Absolutely.
So nobody is saying borrowing is not wrong or anything. Yeah. The only problem is the borrowing. Where are you?
What are you doing with the money? Where are the projects? And how will the loans be repaid from the proceeds generated from those projects? That's what would have been the ideal. But unfortunately,
Mr. Tony Mbata, welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening. Mr. Tony, let me ask you. The president's wife has been able to raise 20 billion naira for the National Library project. And in the past 2 weeks, 53 security men has been killed. I'm sure you saw pictures of this men put in truckload behind. Some of them NSCDC officials, some of them policemen, just killed, just like that. And the question that arose in the minds of Nigerians is, okay, the president's wife was celebrating her birthday and she understands the importance of education. She says those who want to give her money, she doesn't want it to be in her personal account. Whatever money you want to bring it. I want to actually institute a national library where everyone can have access to. A couple of persons have said that's not what you're supposed to do. Others say, okay, this is good. You're prioritizing education, just like your opponents are saying that you're supposed to prioritize. Peter Obi wrote and said Nigeria is finished as to, in as much as it's a good gesture, but if we had a good educational system, that would not be necessary in the first instance. But if you look at the two, in 2 weeks, 53 security officials killed. Terrorists killed some certain persons in some communities, and there is onslaught ongoing in some areas. But you know, there is money. In the space of how many days you made an announcement, 20 billion naira. Is it possible to believe that Nigeria there is no money?
Yeah, Esther, thank you for the question. You know, my brother said we'll keep talking. I love that. We have to. Because one day these things, God will help us. America started from somewhere. Absolutely. And today they're celebrating. But let me tell you, this money is in the hand of few people. That's why majority of Nigerians are suffering. Go and check those people that raise their money. They are doing one thing or the other to federal government. And they're looking for favor. And it's a shame that an individual, the wife of the president, went to build National Library or rehabilitate it. But go and check the budget. You will see every year there is budget for it. That's why when Obi said what he said, it's correct. 100% correct. But APC will find a way, like you said, you are not saying that they're telling lie, but they have a way of trying to code things. And when you look at them, they're not smart. They're not intelligent. Because they believe that these things will continue forever. It will not. So, Nigeria, majority of Nigerians don't have money, but that money is circulating from few hands. You can see Wike will tell you that if I tell a governor to give me so billion or trillion for me to settle political whatever, it's not a bad thing. Where is the money coming from? Taxpaying money. And somebody will come out telling you without any shame, being a governor and being a minister. So, the money that the wife of the president is raising is from them themselves. They know themselves. But majority, 98 or 95% of Nigerians are poor. We are poor.
Mr. Tony Mbata, I forwarded a video to you. Have you been able to confirm?
Yeah, I called the local government chairman of that place. We can put him on call. Okay. That's the number so that we will confirm.
I just want to introduce that conversation first before we proceed further. Based on that video, it's too gory. I can't put it
here I don't
on YouTube. I don't even want them to buy us. But I think, Mr. Tony, I don't know, maybe I and you, either both of us would interpret, because the lamentation was actually done in Igbo. So, Mr. Tony, This incident actually happened very recently, somewhere in Umuaka, in Jaba local government area of Imo State, and Umele is also part of communities in Old Umuaka. Now, like I said, that video is gory. Let's listen to this one.
Na bomb na ngone ona asa bakara na madeze na maeze eze polika wuchu nwa nwoke arke nwe mega ha gote bomba ahụ bomba ahụ ekuo ohia mega na no bi nwanna anyị na bombo ihe bombo kọrọ ihe na no bi nwanna Justin bombo nwiwe kelu na me video so asem ka me video send on no bi nwanna group.
All right, Mr. Tony Mbata, so what I tried to call one of the local government chairman, help us interpret. I don't want to be
the one. They are saying that thing is a bomb that somebody put it where people reside, and somebody was doing all this business. Yes, and the son. So the thing,
not just the son. There is. Did you see the other one?
I didn't want to watch that in Easter.
Jesus.
It's very scary. I don't want. So that's why we have the number of the chairman of that local government. Let us put him. Okay. And confirm from him. I told him.
Okay. I'm trying to contact him now because I wanted to verify that information. I was also trying to connect with Barrister Eze Uliche because
the chairman of the local government will be
as well to help us understand what exactly a bomb is doing in a place where people reside. I saw the bomb in the gutter, one of the gutter. Now, one of the men who was very, very affected by this, his limbs are done for. I don't even know how that man is alive. If you see what that bomb did, you can't view this. If I put this on YouTube, they'll bar this account. I'm trying to contact him, but he's not picking. They will literally buy it. Mr. Tony Mbata, again, why is a bomb situated in where people reside, where people go about their businesses? Did you see the gory site?
Yes, I saw it. That to show you the level of moral decadence in the society called Nigeria and the attitude of the government. Because you can see Boko Haram coming out, or bandit coming out with their regalias of guns and everything talking. So you ask yourself, how is this thing getting into this country? When I was a human rights chairman, JDPC, there was a report that came to my table. I investigated it. I was a ship load, no ship, a load of ammunition coming to this country. I can't remember the country. I have to petition to the custom office at Ali and told him, look at what is coming. Now they refer me to Apapa or Tinker Airport. Port. We went there, made the man in charge, and was telling me that these things, the ship don't come in, and that what we need to do is to try to get this clearing agent that reduce their price and what with my team. And one thing I received is another message from anyone that warning me, told him, but I remove your hair from this. You have children. We are going to deal with you. And that's how that investigation we couldn't go further. So you ask yourself, you see, they will clear these things at the port, but most of the time when you go to Southeast, you see custom people staying at the main road, checking all this rubbish. You ask yourself, what are they doing? Is it not they are not supposed to be in a wharf or international airport where these things are coming? They will not do their job. So it's a question of a leadership failure in this country. That's why you see all these things. Even though America, we see all these things. But what is the government doing to protect life of the citizenry that they have sworn an oath that they will do? That's why we need to call the local government chairman to know. And unfortunately, he's not picking. When I called him, he picked his call, telling me that place is noisy. Maybe I assume that it's that place. So we keep trying him before the end of the show to hear from him.
We need to hear from him to give us details of how exactly that happened. Is it the Nigerian army that put the bombs there? Or could it be the supposed unknown gunmen who put the bombs there? Because right now, people woke up in the morning to go hustle and somebody's limbs are gone. That man now.
That is, the two legs... I just watch it with a gleam. I just remove my eye.
You can't believe that's a human being's body. God is awesome. God is indeed awesome. Now that man, when they take him to the hospital, he has already got, I think it's the adrenaline, because I'm surprised that people are videoing. They ought to rush that man to the hospital.
That's the problem of Nigerians. They will keep videoing.
So that man's limb is just scattered. They will still really need to cut it because it's not clean. The way the bomb restore the thing, it's not clean. They say, so that man will still go through more pains. So a man who is like the breadwinner of his home steps out to go work and came back limbless. Do you understand what this means? So while you are not just sanely trying to stay afloat, you don't even know what
the name of the local government chairman there is Ugochukwu Obi.
Right. Mr. Shegun Shopiton, somebody asked the question that this tax, would they still tax the president's account, the vice president's account, and the senators and their lawmakers? Would they still tax them? Are they part of this tax process?
Yeah, they're supposed to. I mean, they have a salary, so they will pay their payee. They're supposed to pay their taxes as well, even though I know that there are exemptions.
Because of the immunity, they're exempted.
There are exemptions in the tax law for certain public officials.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is there exemption?
I didn't make the law, so I'm not sure. but I know that some people have exemptions.
You receive salary, everything is free.
But I'm not aware.
I want to be president.
I'm not sure. I don't want to misinform. I'm not sure. I'll have to confirm whether the president is exempted. I think I've read that somewhere before, but I'm not sure. So,
I want to be president.
We can confirm.
You can be.
Sweet.
You can be.
I'll vote for you. You have my vote.
I mean, I can pay money.
Nigeria wahala. I don't want. There is nothing you will do that please anybody. Can you imagine? I even heard some Southwesterners form group and they said that they want the Yoruba nation. And people were like, is it not people that are enjoying now? Which other Yoruba nation do you want again? How many people do you want to please?
Different folks for different folks. So.
Now, the African Democratic Congress has fired back at the presidency over its recent assertion that President Tinubu has no plans to extend his tenure beyond 2031. So, Malam Bolaji Abdullahi, who is the ADC's publicity secretary, described the remarks as presumptuous and patently undemocratic. Now, Tinubu's mandate is supposed to end in 2027, and that Nigerians will not wish to extend his tenure by a single day. That is what Bolaji Abdullahi is saying. Obviously, some people will argue with him because there are some Nigerians who believe in the president. The ADC pointed out that given the spate of banditry and killings ranging across the country, the widespread hunger and suffering, the punitive taxes, the flagrant abuse of power at a scale never seen before, that the president should be preparing to leave in 2027. And now I asked the question, the ADC sounds confident. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago? Kenneth Okonkwo also sounded that confident that come 2027, Tinubu is going to borderline. With what you can see on ground, is that going to be possible?
We'll see. I mean, in politics, 1 day is a long time. As things are today, if it will happen, it will not even be the ADC. So, I mean, politicians would always say, is
it part of the propaganda theory?
Yeah, the hubris of the average politician is actually mind-boggling. They usually tend to think more of themselves.
Okay.
So I don't know what they're talking about. Even if that will happen, if Tinubu will be removed and sent back to Bodilan, I strongly doubt that it will be the ADC that will do that. And I say that because, look, like I always say, and I've said to you before, how can the same set of people that formed a coalition to remove the PDP in 2014, they replaced the PDP with themselves. Some of them returned to the PDP. Some of them stayed in the APC. The same group of people have gathered again to form a coalition to remove the APC. Like, how? How does that make any sense? Why would anybody think that even if it happens, that it will serve the interests of Nigerians? So for me, and I don't think Nigeria, even though politics is very foolish, people don't really think when it comes to politics, but I think Nigerians have learned their lessons. And I suspect,
are you sure?
I think so. I can't be sure now because, politics is a very emotional thing. So I think that Nigerians have learned their lessons. They will know that in 2014, David Mark was in PDP. Was our friend from River State, Amechi? Amechi was in PDP and joined the APC. So we can keep going. Saraki was in PDP, he joined APC, he's back in PDP, and who knows, maybe he might also.
Erufai was minister. PDP.
And are we joking? It is these same characters that have come together today to now want to kick out the APC that they formed coalition to install. They don't respect us. They think we're very stupid. So for me, Even if it's somebody will say that, it will not be the ADC that will chase the APC
but
away in
Peter Obi
2027.
is part of this person.
Is he?
That's
How? What do you mean?
Eh?
We don't know where Peter Obi is till today.
He told us that by November he'll be telling us. where he's
Exactly,
going.
until then. And from the little, I'll be very shocked to see that Peter Obi will join ADC. Trust me.
Because Atiku is already campaigning. We're already seeing presidential buses for
that's normal
2027
now.
under the ADC.
Atiku is a career campaigner.
No, I thought that they were going to have. I thought they were going to have a consensus because they were waiting for that to happen, and that hasn't happened.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I'm just saying that whatever the ADC is saying today is just hubris of the average politician. What will happen will eventually depend. Look,
So
let's be
you're
honest
saying we
with
don't have
ourselves.
any opposition right now? It's indeed APC and Nigerians.
It's Nigerians desiring desperately to coalesce behind Peter Obi
Okay.
and the APC. That's the reality of our political landscape today. Every other person are just dancing around.
Esther, are you hearing it?
They're just dancing
They have
around.
not been commenting with us, and this is what we are saying.
So it's very simple for me. Let's not deceive ourselves.
INEC is a problem.
So INEC are Nigerians ready to take their fate in their hands and ensure that no matter what happens, whoever they vote for, whether it is Tinubu or Peter Obi, because those are the two major, let's not deceive ourselves, those are the front runners, that person will emerge. For me, that's the real question. So all this one that ADC is saying, it's just talk. It's just empty political talk.
But some people feel
Sorry.
that Peter Obi has
More
lost,
and not vex.
they feel that he has lost relevance.
Because I know that some of
he's
your
no
listeners
longer
are
as
angry.
potent as he used to be, that they've succeeded in whatever propaganda machinery in modding and creating doubts in the minds of a lot of persons who were considering him. I'm sure you're
maybe.
following what's going on
Yeah,
on
of course.
social media.
Of course.
Esther, those things are fear theory they put. I told you in
Exactly.
politics there's something we call fear theory.
Exactly.
Oh, the opposition or your opponent will be trying
Yes.
to make the mind of people to have this fear. And you know, a human being, we have three different kind of people. People that sit at the fence, people that come, and people that want to, they are more Catholic than Pope. So the issue is that politics is a game, a mind game. Theory, forcing you, all these things are there. But Peter Obi, they know today is a person that people know. We are not saying he's a saint.
Of course not.
But among all our politicians, from head to toe, P2B is more better than all of them.
Do you think
Based
he
on
has
that
a
incident.
mannerism for the kind of politics that Nigeria runs on?
You see, the issue is that if you said because you're a good man, let us, all of us, leave these people because politics is a dirty game. You remember what the scripture says? It said when a righteous man is on the throne, people rejoice. So how can a righteous man be on the throne? You must involve, but you won't dirty yourself. You won't allow them to dirty you. Don't mind anything. So we must get involved into this politics of a thing. That's why we keep talking, telling Nigerians, don't lose hope.
They should not lose hope. They
should not lose hope.
should follow the
People like us,
the
they pointed gun at
process.
us. I told you the place. Majaroma Folukuye. Because of what? A lady was changing. I said, look at what you are doing. How can you do this? And I saw some of them some months ago, years ago. They were not dodging. I said, oh, but how far? How far?
Our market.
And they will come back again and give them Indomie. And
same thing.
highest they will give them is 1,700,000.
The same thing.
And they will not remain. You can't even visit them. Have you seen local government chairman, even councillor? And Nigerians should know this. We must. But the problem, I've said it time with that number that I will defend Nigerians in 2023 election. They did what they wanted to do. They voted according to their conscience. They defend their vote. But INEC and judiciary was a problem. Particularly INEC. Where is the glitch coming from?
So now the
still want
glitch
to
has
know.
been unexplained.
The mystery glitch.
Very mysterious glitch. But Mr. Shegun Shokito, Natasha said she's not going to apologize to anybody. She launched a scathing attack on Godswill Akpabio. She accused him of treating her like a slave and his domestic staff. And she made this remark while she was addressing journalists in her office at the National Assembly complex shortly after the Sergeant at Arms reopened it following her 6-month suspension. So she reflected on her ordeal and she described the 6 months as a period of resilience in the face case of intimidation. She says she's not going to apologize. Her trial is going to continue because the case is already in court. And she said that her suspension was unjust and maintained that she had continued to discharge her responsibilities to her constituents, despite the fact that, she was not allowed to come into the National Assembly. A couple of persons are saying this is the kind of brazenness a lot of women in politics need to abide by. A couple of people think that she should apologize like Fubara did, that the fact that you show some level of submission does not mean that you're weak. The fact that Fubara apologized, decided to work with Wike and do what's necessary does not mean that he's a weakling. It just means that he wants to ride and beat his time and then, know what his future expects of him next. What's your take with her remark and her attitude towards the entire ordeal?
Natasha, for me, is a hero of democracy. I think that the lady is extremely underappreciated. What she's doing is that she's testing our democracy and ensuring that we can see ourselves for who we really are. We can see who the Senate president is today. He's a chauvinist, a chauvinistic, egotistic male dictator, right? And a woman has stood up. Apologize for what, please? What did she do? She expressed her right. They said, move to this seat. She said, no, I don't have to. Do I support maybe the disorder that she created and all that? Could she have done it better? Maybe. But did she commit any crime? Why was she suspended? And then she came out and said she was sexually harassed and all hell broke loose. So for me, there is nothing to apologize for. She has served the time for whatever indiscretion we can accuse her of, exhibiting at that time. And it is what it is. Let her go and continue to serve her people and continue to pursue her rights in court. Because I think that case should continue.
You think it should continue?
Oh, well, I mean, absolutely. Because I think she has been unjustly treated. And, hopefully, judiciary, we don't know what will happen there. Now, you compared her to my good friend Fubara.
Fubara, yeah.
It is very, very unfortunate that it is a woman who people like to think are weak. And I always tell them, you people don't know anything. Women are stronger than men when it comes to resolve and willpower. Because they have to be, by virtue of the duties that God has given to them, to be the leader and the nurturer of society. And then to be the ones that endure the kind of pain that most men can't handle. So it is a woman now that has done what Fubara is supposed to be doing. In my opinion, number one, Fubara should have gone to court as soon as he was suspended. The suspension does not exist in our laws. That was illegal. And all he needed to do, for God's sake, was just go to court. Let the judiciary again show themselves to Nigerians to be a sham of a judiciary. But he should have gone to court. He didn't go. He has done some sort of beggy, settle. 6 months have passed. He has entered now. Please, how is Fubara going to run River State? How? He doesn't have a cabinet that he chose. The local governments who are supposed to be independent,
they were there before he arrived. For
goodness sake, he had no say. He's not supposed to under a normal democracy, but we know that we don't run a normal democracy. For you to execute any small thing in this country, you must have some sort of rapport with the local government, the legislature, and every other arm of government. How will Fubara run in that place? In my opinion, he should have resigned. As soon as they reinstated him like this, should have resumed and said, thank you very much, God bless you, so that he will not lose his benefit of being a governor. Should have just come in.
So if you resign, you can still get your benefits.
Yes, now you will continue to be an ex-governor so that he doesn't allow himself to be impeached. Because as he is now, if he says one small thing like this in the wrong way, if he twists his mouth the wrong way, they will impeach him.
Okay.
So he is a complete lame dog. I don't know what he can do. It is Wike that is the governor of Rivers State today.
But Wike has promised that he's not going to disturb him.
Yeah, but that's the point now. Why should Wike promise? Who is he? In the eyes of democracy and the law, who is Wike in Rivers State? He is a minister at the federal level. Why is he promising he will not disturb? What the president did in Rivers State was a rape of our democracy, and it was very unfortunate. So I want to praise Senator Natasha Akpoti for showing Fubara the way. And I want to hope that Fubara will man up and develop the courage that a woman is showing to stand up for democracy. and say this thing that you did was illegal, and I'm going to challenge it in court, he can still do so.
But we're going to take a short break. When we come back, I want to understand why it was Shetima that went to Ungar. There's a reason why I'm asking that question, because we need to clarify all of the speculation that President Tinubu cannot go to the United States of America, and that's why he sent his deputy. When he has an automatic diplomatic passport, I don't understand where is there any document that says he can't step foot in the US, or why he did not go. We'll take a very short break. When we come back, we'll look into that. To kind of stay with us.
To take the next step toward your dreams. Admissions are now open for the October 2025 and January 2026 intakes at Lancaster University, Ghana. Get ready for a world-class education, global opportunities, and an unforgettable experience right from Ghana. For more information, contact us at +234 0701 708 9214 or email us at nigeria@lancaster.edu.gh. Apply today and begin your journey to success with Lancaster University, Ghana. Your future starts now.
Customer, welcome. What do you want buy?
I want buy changeover. Quarter fuse and distribution board made of 100% heavy duty copper.
Oh, come, I get am. See, I'm here.
No, now I'm looking for Slatter Star J quarter fuse and distribution board, Nipo quarter fuse, Star J solar battery, inverter, MPPT controller, and solar panel.
But Oga,
don't worry. I know where to get them. Whether na Star J changeover quarter fuse, Slatter distribution board, Nipo quarter fuse, Star J solar battery, inverter, MPPT controller, and solar panel, Star J ceiling fan, sockets, all earthen materials. Make you no go do cover wise pan foolish show. Slatter Star J Indian product na #1 since 1961. Made of 100% heavy duty solid copper with no compromise. Available in all leading electrical shops nationwide. Slatter Star J na you biko.
It's time to take the next step toward your dreams. Admissions are now open for the October 2025 and January 2026 intakes at Lancaster University, Ghana. Get ready for a world-class education, global opportunities, and an unforgettable experience right from Ghana. For more information, contact us at +234 0701 708.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is still the Evening Rush right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. So I was having an argument where we were in the break with Mr. Shango Shopiton and Mr. Tony Mbata. I asked the question. I said, why did the president send his vice? That's one of the most important outings that the president is meant to be part of. And I said that the president has actually gone for the United Nations General Assembly. Initially, I thought it was even in 2024. It was in 2023. That was his first outing as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. People are arguing that he has never attended, he has never stepped foot in the United States.
Esther,
who says that he can't go to the United States?
Esther, let me call you like Barrister Darlington.
If you go to your Google right now, Premium Times, fact check,
Esther,
he went in 2023.
He didn't go. Tinubu cannot go.
What is your confidence?
Tinubu cannot go. He has a case to answer.
So,
there's an allegation. There is an allegation. Those things are fake news. Yes.
Mr. Tony Mbata.
It's fake news. The president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria cannot step his foot into the United States of America. He has a case to answer. He cannot. Those things are fake news to deceive people who don't know.
Calm down, Mr. Tony Mbata. Mr. Tinubu's reception was a departure from the usual tradition where officials would line up at the airport to welcome the president. This time, only 3 officials were there at the airport to receive the president, with other Nigerian officials stationed at the UN Plaza Millennium Hilton Hotel to welcome him. Those at the hotel to welcome him were Nigeria's ambassador to the United States, then in 2023, Uzoma Emenike, Consul General of Nigeria in New York, and Consul General in Atlanta, Amina Samaila. Others were Governors Umo N of Akwa Ibom State, Sheyi Makinde of Oyo State, Ubasani of Kaduna, Inuwa Yahaya of Gombe, and Abdurrahman Abdurazak of Kwara, amongst others. So he addressed them in 2023. That was the president's first official outing as the president.
Are they saying that he was in the?
What is Ade? Are you? So you have changed mouths now.
Esther. I'm not changing anything. Esther.
I think it's neither here nor there, Esther.
It's not neither here nor there.
It is neither here nor there.
What you're trying to say, what you're trying to say is that the president cannot go to the US. There could have been a couple of reasons why he sent a deputy. It doesn't mean he can't go to the US.
I think it's neither here nor there. I think the issues are deeper than that.
Really?
Yes, I think it's deeper than whether he can go or not. If you say he went in 2023 and the news is there and we all recall it, and now look, I'm looking at the news now. He was there. So no, he was there. I can see there's something there. And for me, that's I think that this sensationalism around the story of Tinubu, and who he was, who he may have been, and who he is now, is a mystery that we will never unravel. It's a mystery we're never going to unravel. We don't understand exactly what is happening. The only thing we know for sure is that there's a mystery around the person of the president. I mean, is that debatable? That is fact. Is a fact, proven fact, documented. The CIA, the FBI, the Chicago State University, the entire controversy.
And the narcotic issues.
All of those things. The names that were mentioned in the narcotic case, the funds that he, what's that word now? Forfeited.
Allegedly.
It was not alleged.
Okay.
The funds he forfeited to the United States. All of that is there. It's a mystery.
It's a mystery indeed.
We will never, in my opinion, will never unravel. We'll never get to the bottom of it. Because he's president. And there's a reason he's president. So let's leave that. It's neither here nor there. I think the more interesting question that you've asked is why is he sending
the vice?
Because that's a very important meeting.
Because Donald Trump,
Yeah.
who is the president of the most powerful nation on earth, the biggest economy in the world, is going to address hunger. Why is our own president sending his vice? You know, it's a big event. Buhari, addressed it several times. And all that.
He was there.
Yeah, so
we're able to translate the plight of Nigerians. I think those are the real issues. That the president travels pretty much every month, every 2 months, for what appears to be top-ups. I don't know.
Could it be security summit meeting with the bandit with others? They went to get
no, he's not any security summit.
No. What I'm saying, why Mr. President cannot travel?
Yes,
maybe this terrorists are meeting.
Everything that is happening in Nigeria is so serious that they cannot leave Nigeria
to go for important meeting. We are just saying we are helping the presidency. We are helping them.
So, but on a serious note,
the reason why I asked
it's a bit disturbing that the president is sending his vice to such an important occasion.
Could it be because he just returned?
When just 2 weeks ago, he went on vacation. Why will it be? He went to rest. He went to rest for 10 days, even though he cut it short and he returned a bit early. But he went to rest. So you can't say it's because he just returned. The whole point of the vacation was for him to rest so that he will be energetic and can do his duties as a president. So like Mr. Mbata said, is it that I wish that the presidency would actually come out honestly and just tell us that, look, Nigeria, there is fire on the mountain. There are too many issues to be dealt with. The president is focusing on that now, and therefore I'm sending my vice. It will be a win.
We are helping Nigerians too. So we are helping the president to help them. We are helping them. We are part of we are citizens of this country.
Personally appointed publicity special advisor, senior special assistant on publicity and
Okay, no wahala. It's all good. Oluomo Clarifies says that Nigerians are professional complainers. That there was a time we were complaining that they had sidelined the vice president because there's a tendency that he'll be dropped ahead of 2027 to choose another vice, and that's why he's not being represented. And now the president decided to send the vice president to such an important meeting, which would actually strengthen their relationship and put out there that they trust each other. And then the same Nigerians are complaining that why did he send his vice?
Oluomo Clarifies, gaslighter in chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Well done.
And there's some names when you may mention of them, I don't like to talk over their matter, because I believe that if not that Nigeria is what it is today,
they will be talking.
Most of these people you don't need to discuss them.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's take your calls. It's 40 minutes gone past the hour of 8 o'clock. We have been able to decipher certain things and educate ourselves in the best way that we can. IPOB is currently warning the president and the DSS over Nnamdi Kanu's health, that they should please do something about it as soon as possible so that he can actually take care of his health. They don't want any situation to happen to him. He needs to have access to better health care. They're calling on the president and they're calling on the DSS over Nnamdi Kanu's health. And Governor Aliyah has sacked his advisor, made fresh appointments. Remember the Benue killings? There were talk that it was the cabinet members. He also mentioned some persons in Abuja who were instigating what was going on in Benue State, and then we started seeing some firing taking place, some certain persons being asked to step down from their positions and all. Meanwhile, while Nigerians are focused on how the politicians of their choice are gearing up ahead for 2027, Nigerians are literally looking at what January 2026 is going to be like when the tax reform implementation will fully commence. On the number to call is 080-3692-9933. 080-3692-9933. Please, when you call, do not make any form of defamation, slander, insult on any public official. I will cut you off immediately. Kindly say what you want to say. You look for other adverbs to modify or explain what you want to explain, but please do not insult, slander, or make any statement that could defame any top personality in government. Thank you very much. All right, 080-3692-9933. 080-3692-9933. That's the number to call. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Sister, how are you doing?
I'm fine. Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine.
Welcome.
Greetings to your guest.
Greetings.
This is Remy from Akoka.
Remy, welcome.
Yeah, I think the media isn't helping Nigerians when it comes to the narrative of 2023 election. The media is fond of saying the Nigerian voted for Tinubu when they knew what happened with Yakubu effect. So the media speak less of what really happened. So if the media keeps giving us the right narrative, I think
Remy, which media are you referring to? We didn't talk about
all of you guys.
No, wait, hold on. That was
okay.
Hold on. That was not part of the conversations that we had. Did you just finish listening to another radio station and then
you when you were trying to puncture Mr. Zimbabwe concerning 2023 election, how the judiciary and
I didn't puncture him about judiciary and INEC. We're talking about the recent trip of the president in 2023 to Onga. Are you sure you're listening to VOP?
But he referenced judiciary and the INEC playing a part.
Yes, he said that. That's the only way we can correct the system. Yes, but we didn't talk about 2023 as well.
Okay, I take back the fact that I said you punctured his argument, but media is not reporting that narrative rightly too. How the judiciary and INEC played a huge role. You guys don't hammer on it that they were the one who brought us here, not Nigerians. They just did what they have to do. That's by the way, the issue of tax. We're already paying tax. It's different taxes. Withholding tax, stamp duty, all manner of taxes. So people say he's trying to widen the tax net. That is something else, if I'm to say. I'm not paying tax. I'm being bracket the way I'm talking to you right now. What is tax, if I may ask? What is tax? Is it until they take away our breath that we have to pay for every all we do that we will be all right? Then that should wake up now before it is too late. Good evening.
Good evening, Remy. Thank you very much. 080-3692-9933. That's the number to call. All right. 080-3692-9933. Hello. Good evening. How are you?
Hello, Esther. Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine, sir. Welcome. Is this Mayor?
Yes, this is Mayor from Esther.
All right, Mayor, please go ahead.
Good evening to the guests in the studio.
Good evening, sir.
This tax issue, I think Nigerians should, because this thing, like there's a proverb in Igbo. You know bitter cola, bitter cola, now you are not a lady. They said the way the bitter cola sounds is not how it tastes. This tax net is going to dry up the remaining blood in the blood of Nigeria. So the way we are talking about it, the way they are, when they were passing it, it's not how it's going to be like. So I think people should call the current administration led by Raji Tinubu to order, because I know it has been passed, but where the government is driving us to, especially this tax issue, with the level of hunger and poverty in the land already. I only God will help also. Meanwhile, extra, there's a guy that this a ticket from my papa. I don't know, I want to let him, there's a business I want to give to him. So I don't know how I can get his contact.
You mean Chike? Chike, send us a message on WhatsApp. Let me get your phone number. Maybe you send a message on WhatsApp too, so I can get your phone number.
Okay. I want to give you a something you discussed last week.
Okay.
You know, when you're talking about maybe assisting each other in terms of yes. So I'll send you the rule. I'll send my WhatsApp line.
Yeah. Thank
you. So please, people are doing a great job, but the thing is that we have to come together and fight, because this thing is not an easy task.
It is.
But this is the fix.
That's
only God that help us.
Amen.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So you remember last week we did something. We said if you have any job links, please send it to us so that we can send it to those who need it. So I copied your job link and I sent it to somebody on WhatsApp yesterday. Okay. Did you get any message? Yeah, I did that yesterday evening. You got quite a few. Yeah. So I got that link and I sent it to someone to send a message. And I think somebody also sent me a message on Facebook and the jobs that they need, and I was able to send it to some people here on WhatsApp. So if your company needs to hire anybody, anything, whatever category, please let us know. There are people who really need jobs and people who really need money. Let's help ourselves. We can't rely on government for everything. Okay, we can't do that. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Good evening, madam.
Well done, sir. Welcome. What's your name, sir?
Yes, it's Mohammed from Australia.
Mohammed, how are you?
Sorry, madam.
Did you get my message?
I didn't get a message.
Did you get my message? The link I sent to you?
No, I didn't see anything.
You didn't get it, but I called out the link that day. Did you try it? Did you write it down?
You asked me to send my CV to you.
Okay, I'm going to send you another one now. This is your number, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, I'm going to send you a message, okay, with this phone number with another link, so you try it. However, please go ahead. Let me snap your number.
Thank you.
Is that all? Mohammed, did you contribute to the issues?
Mohammed.
Somebody wants to sort himself out the same issue.
Oh my God. Hello, good evening. How are you? Hello,
Esther.
Yes, good evening. How are you? C2, right?
I'm good. Good evening.
Good evening.
And the gentleman there.
Mr. Shagun Shokwito, is this C2?
Yeah, it is C2 calling from Freetown, Sierra Leone.
All right, Mr. C2, welcome.
Thank you very much, Esther. I appreciate you for the good job that you did.
You're welcome, sir.
Esther.
Sir?
No matter what happened in the Southeast, Igbo politicians are complice of what is happening in the Southeast. Nobody should, direct the blame to anybody, or nobody should change the narrative. I am telling you, whatever you see happening in the Southeast, Igbo politicians, their hands are in it. Okay? Let me tell you something. You see these bombs that caused havoc in somewhere in Omaka, according to where that bomb blows. Yeah. But our people shouldn't forget that there is the Fulani man who took Okada one day, the same Fulani man who took Okada and then trying to go and blow somewhere in the market, when unfortunately the bomb goes off before he went there. The video was everywhere. Like as I said, if their plan is to think that our people is going to run away from their ancestral land, they have failed. Let them think that our people will be scared of them. That is why I'm saying to you, all these Igbo politicians that sold their hands to be killing our people, let me tell them something. One day, it's only but one day, our people will retaliate. Our people must to retaliate on them. Thank you, Esther.
All right, you're welcome. Thank you very much, C2, for calling. 08036929933. That's the number to call. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Esther.
Good evening, sir. Welcome.
Is the prince calling from a courtroom?
Prince of God. Welcome, sir.
Esther, why are you too afraid of this country?
Hey, Prince, what did I do?
Abuja, Prince. Hey, Esther. Tony Baba.
Mama.
Chairman, I greet you, my brother.
I greet you too.
Mouth will pay you, yeah?
Amen.
The good work you're doing, God must surely reward you.
Amen.
Whether they like it or not, they are hearing the voice of the trumpet. You are doing your right job, eh? May God bless you. Esther.
Sir?
I pray that God will give you a good husband that will make you not to look anything in Nigerian conditions.
Amen.
Because all this you cook, you normally cook your fish, you will not find it difficult to cook. This is my contribution this evening. You see, our president Tinubu, he can never go to America.
Wow.
For now.
He went to America.
Esther,
Listen to me now. Now, if you try it, you end your career.
Nothing.
You can never go there now.
Nothing. Bye-bye. Hello. Hello, good evening. Good evening, Remy. Hello.
Hi, good evening, Esther.
Good evening. How are you, Remy?
I'm good, my sister. And
welcome.
Good evening to your fantastic analyst. And my very good brother, Remy.
Oh,
Esther,
yes.
you're a blessed woman. True, Remy, calling your show.
Remy, welcome. How's the UK today?
Thank you. Now, the only politician that keeps Tinubu sleepless is Peter Obi. Do you know what it takes them for Oluomo Clarifies and configure him? The only thing it does is just for abuse Peter Obi. Come on, you should understand. Anybody that understands public psyche, you will not have problem with that. You understanding that, so to say. Now, Esther, I praise the courage of Natasha.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of a title of a book that will be called The Courage of Natasha. And I want to advise men, I don't have problem if you are a womanizer. I don't have problem with you. But you need to go and read a book on how to get love without getting slapped. A prolific womanizer must understand the rules of the game. And number one rule is, it is not every woman that you want that you will get. There will always be women, regardless of your power, your money, your influence, they will confront you. So when you understand that rule, you will not get slapped. Number two rule, I will shut up now. You don't ask for the body of a woman. To get the woman, you must first of all win her mind, insight into her psyche. This psychological capturing will give you a lot of other victory, but these people don't learn. If you are not succeeding in establishing romantic affiliation, how can you succeed as a legislator? Akpabio should resign. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Remy. Thank you. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Hello, Esther.
Welcome, sir. How are you, sir?
Fine. Obina calling from Ejibo.
Obina, welcome.
Tony, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
The other gentleman, Shegbeto, Abi. Good evening, sir.
You try. Good
evening.
Go ahead. Good evening.
Esther, I just want to know, this multiple taxation that they are taxing Nigerians, is it not poverty on Nigerians? It's to bring in more hardship on Nigerians. Now, is it how the foreign investors will come and invest in Nigeria? Hearing all this tax every corner. don't think who is deceiving who in this country. This is more. It will bring more hardship. For me, removing of fuel subsidy, the money they are getting in that fuel subsidy, we don't supposed to borrow. We don't. There is no more tax because if you calculate how many liters they sell in a day and the money that they put on top of it, talking that they remove fuel subsidy, it's enough. We don't have anything to borrow or to tax any Nigeria. The money they are making is much. If our leaders is not so much covetous, for me, I term this thing as a too much covetousness, too much greed on them. We don't have any right to borrow. We don't have any right to tax any Nigeria at all again because of their money they are making in fuel subsidy removal. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mayor, for Obina, for calling. 080-3692-9933. 080-3692-9933. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Hello, good evening, Esther.
Yeah. Good evening. Welcome, sir. What's your name, please?
My name is Igwe. I'm calling from Maryland.
Igwe.
Yeah.
Igwe, welcome.
Thank you.
All right.
Good evening, Attorney.
Good evening, sir.
And good evening, Mr. I can't remember the name.
Mr. Shogun Shopito.
Yes, Mr. Shegun, good evening. Okay, please, I want to appreciate Mr. Shegun so much because I listened to his analysis on the tax regime.
Yeah.
It was informative. So I used to tell folks around me that whenever I hear a Yoruba man, coming out this week to talk about the bad governance, I used to tell them it takes higher level of sound mind for him to do that. So I appreciate you for that.
Thank you, sir.
This nets, they are widening. If it grabs all of us, they might as well roast us. Because the poorest of the poor, the percentage of the poorest of the poor are increasing day by day, and you want to tax them. How can this Nigeria breathe? According to the words of the president, he said, let Nigeria breathe. If you choke them with tax, how will they breathe? That is one. On the issue of Natasha, she's an Amazon.
Yeah.
She's an Amazon. I respect her a lot for that courage. And like she said, the industries will not be sustained.
That's interesting.
And she's working, she's making sure that the industries will not be sustained. She's not keeping quiet. They want to, choke her too. They don't want her to talk, but she's speaking out. So I applaud her for that.
All right. Thank you very much again for calling. All right. 080-3692-9933. 080-3692-9933. That's the number. Hello. Good evening. Turn down the volume of your radio, please. It's very important. Hello. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening. What's your name, please?
I'm calling from Mission.
Sir, I didn't get your name. You said?
Judolfo.
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm okay.
All right, sir. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, please, I want to talk on this Nigerian problem. I said this before that Nigerians don't need one president.
Huh?
We have three people dragging now. Let it
I don't understand. Oh, guys, what did you say, sir?
Say Nigeria, we don't need one president.
Oh, we don't need
we don't need one president.
More than two presidents.
Let the one from the north.
Okay.
That is dragging to the president of the north. The west has their president already. The east, we have their own president. Without this, 100 years to come, there will be no peace in Nigeria.
Okay, you're asking for a regional system of government, yeah?
Yeah?
A I see you're asking for a regional system of government. Is that what
because this dragging of presidency is too much.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. God bless you. 08036929933. Is he speaking about regional?
Yeah, I think that's what he's doing.
Okay. Do you think that will solve our quagmire if every region is
No,
in?
it won't.
Why?
It's not a solution because the problem is not the size of the country or the location of our leaders.
It's
the problem
a leadership problem.
It's a leadership issue. We have to resolve our leadership issue. If you break into 4 regions, 5 regions, 10 regions, we'll carry the problem that we have in this one region across into all those places. And the same politicians, like one of your callers just said now, whatever is going on in the Southeast today, you cannot divorce it from the political leadership in the Southeast.
They know.
Whatever is happening in the Southwest, what's happening in Nigeria today is just a failure of leadership. So we need, as a people, to find a way to get a leader for the people into place. Okay. That's the solution. It's not a regional anything. So
all right.
I understand him, but
hello, good evening.
Good evening. Sorry, I rushed to cut out my call. This is Muhammad from Makaja. Yes.
Hello.
Muhammad from Makaja. Hello.
What's your name, sir?
Muhammad from Makaja. I just called now. Sorry.
Yeah, Mohammed. Yes. You did not contribute.
Yeah, that's what I want to say. But when I just hear your talk, I call it by mistake. So I tried to call yesterday because the company went to the phone that is Bennington.
Okay.
But my call didn't get through. I don't know this discussion that former President Jonathan wants to be on board for presidential election. Is it true?
That he's trying to be on board?
Yeah.
Yes, they've been wooing him to join PDP and ADC to come on board. Some Northerners feel that he's preferable. They believe that he can only do one term and constitutionally he will not be allowed to return.
I'll be very happy if it's true.
Really?
In fact, there's something else to discuss with Alisa. I don't know how I can work it soon.
He'll be here on Thursday.
Yeah.
Sorry, we had a lot of callers. All right. Thank you, Mohammed, for calling.
Thank you very much.
I'm going to send you a message on WhatsApp, okay?
Okay, so thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much, Mohammed. 08036929933. That's the number to call. 08036929933. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Welcome. Please, what's your name?
Yeah, it's Mr. Gerald from Iba.
Mr. Gerald?
Yeah, from Iba.
From Mba? Iba. Okay, ahead. Welcome.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm greeting the 2 gentlemen in the studio.
Good evening, sir.
Mr. Tony Bator, Mr. Shegi.
Good evening, sir.
They have been a good analyst. I've been calling them for months. I don't always talk on radio. I'm a good listener.
Okay.
But let me tell you the truth. The way this country is going, you can read the handwriting on the wall. Mr. Tinubu cannot go to US for now. It is impossible. Let us not deceive ourselves. Sometimes, sometimes I know. Some person. No, it is better we tell ourselves the truth. The media is part of our problem.
They can say Donald Trump cannot call Africa. Is it what is offensive?
The media is part of our problem. No, it is well, Esther.
Thank you very much.
At times the media do cover up some things.
We're not covering up.
If it is in Western, no, because of either sanction or slamming the station, all those things, the station will be, preventing some certain rules and regulations from the NDIC.
They are
yes, I know. Yes, I know.
Will you carry placard on my head? Will you come and free me?
You are right. But the truth must be said.
We are saying the truth now. You don't have to mention names.
So, but in Western countries.
We are not in Western countries, sir.
But how can we go forward without mentioning names?
You can say what you want to say. You don't need to mention names. Just say what you want to say.
With this current administration, Nigeria is going nowhere. It's better we tell ourselves the truth. With this current administration, widening of tax, economy, go to the market and see the way things are. Nigerians are turned to beggar so many people has turned to beggar after the election and every other thing. And you say that we have government. The money they are generating in oil and the subsidy they remove and all the propagandas and lies Muhammad used to deceive Nigerian and destroy Goodluck's regime. And we say we have an opposition. We don't have an opposition. This current government need to be checkmated, bomber to bomber. Before 2027, some of them will decamp. And I'm promising you, I'm putting it in prayer. These people are saying people are decamping to APC, decamp to APC. There will be a crack. God is not a child. He's hearing the cries of Nigeria. So the only thing I will tell Nigerians is to wake up. Let there be a formidable and action opposition to tackle them, because they know the secret of Nigerians and they are using propaganda and their own people to bring down anybody that will be in opposition to them. Some names have been mentioned. People like Omakre, Wike, they are noise makers. There are some names they mention in Nigeria. You don't even need to bother. Those people that are saying all these things from front, just to discourage some people before 2027. Nigerians don't really need to be discouraged. Nigerians need to be bold and be strong. And wait till that time and know what will happen. It is only God that has the final say. All these things they are doing, amassing wealth that belongs to the masses, that belongs to the poor. Look at the rate of suicide in the society, the rate of hunger, the rate of killing, the rate of anger that is bringing fighting and making people to commit different kinds of sin, iniquity, and abomination in the society. There is nothing on hunger. And anyone that is hungry can commit any crime. After the crime, you say, anything will happen, make it happen. Well, I wish your station well, especially Tony Mbata, that knows so many secrets about this country. Nobody should say that Peter Obi should advise anybody. No! Let everybody fight for his own right. He is a neutral somebody, a neutral human being from others. He is different, no matter what. But at the end of everything, our prayer is that let God deliver this country from those that fear we are the giant, nothing they will do. One day, karma will befall them. Thank you, and God bless all of you in the studio.
Thank
in Jesus'
you very much. Thank you. Okay. So I know a couple of you be saying, "Oh, Esther, why should you mention names and all of that?" A couple of you saying that the president cannot step foot in the United States. What evidence do you have to prove otherwise? Do you have any verifiable evidence? Anything on paper that is out there publicized from any courts of in any competent courts? Actually, if you don't, then why would you categorically say that the president cannot go to the US?
There's a video on YouTube showing the president addressing the United Nations General Assembly in September 2023.
Yes.
It's a YouTube video.
It's a YouTube video.
So me, unless we are saying that it is AI.
It's not AI. That was his first
We need to
outing.
verify that. After the election, after
outing,
2023 election,
yes.
or what happened
Immediately after the
that
September
is
2023.
Yes,
So
that he went there.
Nobody can
it's
believe
a bit
that.
difficult to say he can't step on
Hey,
American soil
though.
because what we're seeing is that he has been there.
Peter.
So that's why I said the issue is beyond whether I can go or not.
Yeah, Gazi, thank you very much. 08036929933. That is the number to call. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Hello, good evening, madam.
Good evening, Oga. Welcome, sir.
My name is Comrade Iroko from Ejibo.
Comrade Uroko, I like your name. Oh. Please go ahead, sir.
God bless you, ma.
Thank you so much.
I greet my gentlemen in the studio. Help me to treat them well. God will bless everybody.
Amen.
And this is my submission. People have been saying many things since when we started the program. We have been with the program for so long. We have been with you for many times. You might not be calling me.
Yeah.
Thank God that we are together tonight.
Amen, sir.
Now, Nigerians are clamoring for good governance. Every day we shout and we cry for good governance. But still yet, the government refuses to hear from us. But now you are telling us that they are hearing us. But is it good for government to tell the masses of this country that snake swallow money and coming, if they can have the right to pass the message across from the media to the masses that snake swallow money, definitely what reply are they expecting from the masses? They want to try to silence the masses by their DSS and all that. You said something about somebody throw bomb. Yes. They kept bomb somewhere. Yes. I just want to say some things. I don't want to go for this evening. You understand? But now, do you know when bomb can happen in that your studio or in every part of Nigeria before that one that happened? Nobody knows. But how can we sleep and wake up without fearing in this Nigeria as of today? Let me tell you something. This is the reason why philosophy of mind tell me that there is meaning of the fool, the foolish and the foolishness. The fool are the masses that know their right, but they cannot fight for their right. The foolish are the elite that know the right, that cannot fight for the masses. The foolishness is the government that are telling the people of this country what is not right. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you very much, Mr. Iroko. Comrade Iroko. God bless you. Indeed, an Iroko tree. You will continue to stand tall, sir. 08036929933. Hello. Welcome. How are you?
Hi.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
My name is Babajide Lawansi.
Mr. Babajide Lawansi. Welcome, sir.
I'm calling you from the Housing Estate.
All right, sir. Welcome.
My regards to your analysts in the studio.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Mbata and Mr. Shegun Sokutan. I'm very happy with Mr. Shegun Sokutan coming in full swing.
Yeah, no.
Because when he spoke some few weeks ago about the economy of Nigeria, which was good, somebody was talking rubbish from the corner there. I thought that one dissuaded him, but I'm happy. So, on politics, you see, the condition of Nigeria, I will pick a country. Was it? It's not Philippines. No. When I'm talking on, I can remember. In the country, they will say you want to contest an election. You have to be very honest. The INEC, the judiciary, they are supposed to be honest, dedicated people. Put the interests of our country at heart. If you don't do that, you come up, the system will throw you away. It's painful, I can't remember that country. Now, in our country, we are all saying the Lord will help us, the Lord will help us. We want to kill God. I'm sorry to use that language. Is it, which is not possible? Is it Nigeria alone God is taking care of? Have we done our own honest deeds? Have we all gotten our PVC? Some people who said they are supporting tribe, that's my own belief. They will be driving people from where they want to cast their vote. Some privileged people in this country, they will say don't vote for these people. That is not democracy. All Nigerians, we have to focus our attention on true democracy.
True.
In this country I'm talking of, it is when election is coming, they are very happy. I think it used to happen in Canada. That is, they want to change bad governance with election. If our vote counts, no problem, no wahala, no problem at all. Let our vote count. If INEC is giving problem, so reshuffle it. If judiciary is giving problem, reshuffle it before 2027, and don't let us be throwing our buckets of water in the basket. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for calling, sir. So I'm going to take some of your messages now. Good evening, Esther and the analyst. When Tinubu went to the USA in 2023, Trump had not become their president. Are we safe to assume that it is the fear of Trump that is giving our president the phobia? Soji Dosumu from Mushi. Mr. Soji. Now, may you do here? Good evening, Esther, Mr. Ambata, Mr. Shego. Esther, it is that Tinubu visited USA in 2023. Fine, but that was during the administration of Biden. Are you telling me that if Trump was the president of America during that Chicago saga, the case should have gone the way it went? Tinubu is afraid of US for now. Casey from Ijesha. Casey, now you know, you bring documents. My lady and our amiable guests in the house, I greet you all. I will not forget to wish our loving brother Darlington a very happy belated birthday. Wishing him long life and prosperity. My contribution is Ti Iwo Ba Serere Arakio Yaobi. Mr. Shebo. I really wish I had the accents to read this thing.
You try small.
I try small, yeah? Can you interpret what I said?
I didn't hear it.
Okay, so he says, my contribution is Ti Iwo Ba Sherere Arakio Yaobi.
Ti Iwo Ba Sherere Arakio Yaobi.
What's the meaning?
If you do good, you will be happy and you will celebrate.
You're supposed to give me cake, I try.
At least I was able to understand.
You understand? Okay, and please, can I send my daughter CV? Enjoy the rest of the night. Okay, no problem. Send her CV. Let's see what she can do. All right, well done. Okay, hi to the politicians ruining Nigeria through corruption. This is a message from the voice of the people. The suffering masses who wake up every day with hope only to be crushed by the weight of their greed, lies, and wickedness. You were elected to serve, but instead you still exploit and destroy the very nation you swore to protect. While the people suffer hunger, joblessness, poor health care, and insecurity, you enrich yourself, sponsor division, and mock campaign with empty speeches and fake promises. You have turned public offices into private businesses. Our roads are broken, our youth are leaving the country, and our leaders are silent, drunk with stolen wealth and blind to the reality on the streets. But remember this: power is not permanent. No matter how long darkness lasts, light will rise. History does not forget. The blood of the innocent, the tears of the poor, and the prayers of the oppressed will speak. You may escape judgment in the courts, but you will never escape the judgment of God on the people. Change your ways, serve with integrity, or be prepared to answer for every pain you've caused this nation. My name is Jude Orji. Mr. Jude Orji. Wow, well done. That was really reflective. Thank you. Good evening, Esther. How do I submit a proposal in your office, email or physical? Send it here. Send your CV here on the WhatsApp platform. Just send it here, okay? President, good evening, VOP. In a sane country, removal of subsidy, borrowing of money or tax on the people is used for development. But here, the government borrows to loot, live their luxury lifestyle, wasteful and unnecessary traveling. They turn the economy to disaster. Out of school children, imagine more than 100 million out of school children, highest in the world, all sectors compromised. In a dead state, it's a shame the worst of us is ruining the best of us. Truly, there was a country. Okay, Esther. If you cannot join people in their protest of saying things the way it is in their heart, better resign and join the market woman. You are not recharging cards to anyone. Allow people to air their view than cutting them off air. A hungry man is an angry man, so be it. Afi go from Alo. Miss, Madam, I'm sorry, but I cannot do exactly as you are commanding me to do. All right? Thank you very much. God bless you. If you don't know that we are being censored. Good evening, Esther. Let me comment on Senator Natasha. She's a great Amazon. I doff my cap for her courage and boldness. That's the kind of leaders we need in this country. On P-Bat at Onga, he was in Onga in 2023 when President Trump wasn't the president. He just risked then and can't try it under President Trump because he has so many baggages. Mayor from First Stack. All right. Good evening, Esther. Thanks for the good job you're doing. President Tinubu can enter the United States on diplomatic ground, but can't enter on a personal ground. Ola from Ikotu. If he goes for Hungary, is he not going for an official?
No, but that person is correct. As he is now, he's covered by treaties.
Okay.
Diplomatic treaties and all that.
So that means he could actually have attended this event.
He has full immunity. That's why I said the issue is not.
But you know how Trump behaves.
Attendance.
You know, most of these things, they will put it in perspective. Trump can be irrational, embarrassed, make some statement that even Shetima, let's see if we can address the.
No, the fact that you address does not necessarily mean you meet Trump one-on-one. No, you don't necessarily have to meet in one.
I think those issues are neither here nor there.
We are just
it goes beyond our problems. I bet more leave the matter.
Thank you. Hi, VP. Great blessing to the gentleman in the studio, Miss Esther. Those people we know if go US, but if turn which we no fit go US, but if turn which on paper inside. US may grant them wisdom and to his people. Dan Ladi from Ago. Dan Ladi, I bet you resent this thing. Good evening, Esther and great men in the house. Our president, 1 kilo or so. Oluomo Nije. Did I get it right? I really miss Oluomo Nije. I really miss Buhari. Now I know he was like.
No, but this special advisor on media told us Garba Shehu say Nigerians should say they miss Buhari. Either you miss him the bad or the good.
I really miss Buhari. Now I know he was like a father to us. Wahala, promise from Jakonde. Chineke.
At least Buhari no gree remove subsidy.
Good evening, VOP. Leadership in Nigeria is always at the fourth. Well, because the foundation of Nigeria's existence is not genuine and cannot be. I have sat down and studied Nigeria and found out that we're not ready to make up this country. Meanwhile, President Tinubu may be Nigeria's last. I not finished this one. Listening to anything about tax angers me a lot. Even more angry about the annoying thing called TIN, that's TIN, that would be attached to every bank account. And it's a way for government to have its creepy, dubious, and dodgy sticky fingers in your pockets. Don't give yourself any form of false hope of how tax is good if put into good use. It would never. It can never and it shall never be put into good use. Because the people there are of criminal mindset that says, take, grab, steal. See, I would always say that Nigerians do not deserve to pay taxes, and anyone who disagrees is either not being wise or have naively adopted the usual programmed mindset. Chineke, this is Tay. Why? Because government can generate funds from natural and human resources like agri, tourism, aquatic resources, skilled labor, oil and gas. So why should the people still pay taxes, especially when they provide all their needs? Would Nigerians sit down, look again, or wait for an imaginary opposition that would continue the criminal system? Tay, now only Tay feel right like this. Tay, well done. Greetings to you all, Sister Esther. I so much like the way that your guest, Mr. Shukiton, talks. I even decided to watch him via YouTube. He's sounding absolutely well. Man, you're sounding like you're tripping. Igbo leaders are the reason why MNK is still in detention. Just look at what Igbo said concerning him. But God must surely see his people through soon. Thanks. Godson from Surulere. All right, Godson. Good evening, Esther, everyone. I beg to disagree that we should be paying tax. This is because we practically provide everything for ourselves, whether it's power, roads, or other basic needs. So where exactly does the money go? For instance, take those Agbaros. Where does all the money they collect end up? Also, and Natasha, I bet you they would do everything for her not to come back, just as they did to Dino, Abba, and Sani. The one Yahaya Bello did by dividing the road is a small case. Tony for Korodu. Tony, well, she has resumed. Hello, VOP. It's true, Esther. He can't go. He can't go. If they said he went, it's a lie. It's part of the deal the courts in America gave him. He himself is scared. That's why he filed an extension on the case he had. All right. Thank you very much. This person sent a job link. All right. Thank you. I love this. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. But the link has not dropped though. You just put the mail bartender, but you didn't put the link. Please kindly put the link so I can send it to those who are interested. How are you, Esther? I hope you had a good day. Esther, do you see these Igbo politicians? One day they will pay heavily for the betrayal of their people. Thank you, Emeka from K-Town. Good evening, Esther, and your guest. Natasha is today's hero, the hero of Nigeria's democracy. Every well-meaning Nigerian should rally and stand behind her. With her, Nigeria is good to go. Then Tinubu can never and will never go to the USA as far as Trump remains the president. It is as simple as that. Eugene Mary from Isheri. Now, wow, Esther, I agree to you all. The opposition party's approach seems ineffective for taking over from APC unless they are working behind the scenes. Governor Fubara appears to be caught between Wike and President Tinubu, with Tinubu's mediation resembling a situation where Wike is giving free rein to dictate terms. Ama from Ogun State. This person says, good evening, Esther, Mr. Speaker. I'm Comrade Engineer Olasukomi Adefuye, also known as Mr. Lasso from Ejasha Tedu Mushim. Esther, I disagree with the speaker in the area of Lekki toll gate, where he says because toll free stopped in that Lekki toll gate angle since NSAS action caused government not to maintain the road again. It's not an excuse, sir. My question is this: was it not government that did the road for years, that people have been making use of it freely before one government decided to put toll gate there and then franchise for their allies? So from where the government then got the money to construct the roads? Is it from normal taxpayers or through loan? Yes, he can't go to USA. Should be them they hear radio. Let him try to clear our doubt. Even Wiki also can't go. Good evening. Every now and then, under our watch, Nigeria's fast-growing economy, Baron Omakri, should be Tinubu's presidential spokesman. As a small-scale medium business owner, I'm finding it difficult to break even on a daily basis. Economy is biting hard on us. I don't see any light at the end of this Jagaban administration. All I see are sycophants, misleading journalism, lies in the pit of hell, blind misrepresentation of government policy. Journalists are not misleading you, okay? We just don't have the kind of, what do you call that thing, immunity that some international media organizations have. Trust me. The companies we work for may not protect you, and then you don't have state institutions that protect you. So we just have to be careful. But we try our best to represent the fourth estate of the ram. I really hope you guys can understand that Nigeria is not like any other country. Even the much that we're even expressing here, a couple of people even wonder how we're able to do so. Okay, so I hope you understand. I hope you're smart enough to understand. Thank you very much. Good evening, VOP. Sister Esther, look, the current president of America wasn't there when the president went to America in 2023. So this current American president will not allow him to come back to Nigeria if he steps his foot into America because of how una know this thing? Where the evidence? Good evening, Nigerians. I agree with the guest president Esther. No need asking why the president sent his vice. It is very clear the weather is not conducive to our president, both spiritual, physical, and psychological. Our president is very smart. God help this nation. See why honesty. See why I like you. I like you, CY. CY considers our president that he just came back from vacation and he doesn't need that kind of stress. Thank you so much, CY, for understanding. I have been with people and I try to have conversations with people about politics, and I find out that even the people complaining when given the opportunity to be there, they will still collect and steal their own money. It's just so sad. Have you watched that Governor Amunike?
Yes, I do watch
man,
it.
there's nothing he has not exposed.
With the guy that normally
this person said now, exactly, Governor Amunike
See,
has
I have many friends, honestly speaking, that as soon as they were given appointment, you see them, one of them, I won't mention a very good friend of mine, and we have been this struggle, we started it from time. But as soon as you have a little job, I won't mention the place, he wrote something. When I read it, I called him and said, oh, but this is not a write-up. He said, you know, where the office now, I'm occupying now, you know. But each time we started this, you know, government of Imo State, they were telling me, come back home. You can't say in Lagos. We have opportunities to take all these things. But people like us will say, no, because we're choosing this part. We have chosen this part, and I know God will remember us one day.
Amen. Good evening, Esther and the gentleman in the studio. If I were Natasha, I would ask police to investigate and probe her recall. Those who signed fake signatures and manufactured fake address must be arrested and prosecuted. As for Fubar, I will either probe IBAS or go to court and nullify the suspension so that the 6-month suspension will be added after his tenure expires. Could it be that Mr. President sent Shitima to Onga because he has a very beautiful handwriting? From Chief Udo. I love this, my people. You are just so beautiful. Your smartness is amazing. I am Taiwo Olabode from EACOTA. I want to commend our analysts for highlighting the harsh realities we are facing. It's disheartening to see our country's values decline. Our politicians can draw lessons from other African countries that have suffered from poor governance. The current state of our nation is marked by injustice, insecurity, and an unreliable electoral process leading to starvation, lack of medical attention, and senseless killings. We need a robust opposition to challenge the government in power and stop complaining and believe that APC are working seriously underground against the opposition, and the opposition should promise a positive change. May God help our country from total collapse in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. Good evening, Esther, and good evening, Mr. Shukito, Mr. Mbata. My name is Gabriel from Ikorodu. Esther, Nigeria needs a serious leader to redeem her. That leader must begin by solving the problem of corruption and stealing of government money. This should be the second priority after repositioning the economy. Nigerians' wealth is in the hand of our politicians. Without probing these politicians and past leaders, then recovering and sentencing blaming these thieves that had dried up our treasury to life imprisonment. This country can never recover from the damage these politicians have caused her and their children and others who are coming after them. We still toe the same line. For Mr. Obi, I laugh over certain political hypotheses the ruling party and their agents are conjuring about Obi. They did the same thing in 2023, remember? But the recent revelation coming out has shown that he won that election, which they said he cannot even win 2 local government areas. I wanted to know that in 2027, Obi's vote will double the number of the votes that he got in 2023. Those who said that his popularity has reduced will see surprises. Bahala. All right. Good evening, VOP, and good people of Nigeria. Kenna from Ikorodu. For me, if Fubara had gone to court, that case would be in court for over 3 years. Before you know it is time for him to, his being governor would have ended. What would he have gained if that happened? Everyone's got an angle in Nigerian politics. Mr. Esther, I like your program, but you don't pick my calls. However, I want to say, contrary to your analysts, that Nigerians have learned their lessons. No, they have not. If we have, the voice of the opposition will be louder than APC. Chibuzo from Akonwajo. Good evening, VOP, and Esther and the analysts present. All protocols observed. Please, this issue of taxation and excessive borrowing of funds by the present government, are they justified in view of the suffering of the general masses of this country? I'm of the view that the borrowing and taxation at this time of great hardship on the masses is unjustifiable. If the government of Tinubu has shown transparency since it came into power by investigating and probing the ministers, persons, and authorities during late Muhammadu Buhari's administration, a great sum of ideal funds in possession of these officials would have been recovered and used by the present government in running the affairs of this great nation to minimize or stop completely this mess we have found ourselves. Permit me to ask the government if this is an agreement they entered with the past government as a criteria to taking over government from them. From Ken in Lagos. Good evening, Esther and the erudite analyst in the studio. The idea of fundraising in terms of tax collection from Nigerians and loans from development countries is not bad. However, the motive behind the utility is unacceptable. The fund, when raised, will be shared and or embezzled. Whenever the government of Nigeria strategizes to raise funds, their interest is in meeting the humongous salaries and fringe benefits of the political office holders and never in the benefit of the Nigerian masses. Egege from Agege. Good evening, Esther. Greetings to Mr. Tony Batan, the other guest. I laugh in Spanish. Please, First Lady want to build library for what? This is computer age, where make use of Google or Meta. Please, how many people go to the library again? Everyone in government just looks for a way to spend money lavishly. Well, maybe it's a digital library too. Good evening, Esther. Please ask Mr. Tony Bata about Peter Obi, who used his influence as governor to deposit state funds to his own bank and left it there till end of his tenure and refused to carry out major infrastructure in the state. Remi Tinubu used her own influence as a wife of the president to donate all her birthday gifts to the National Library. Esther, as the uncle, please be the judge. Tunde from Ijebu.
Tunde, you are lying. That's a fake news. And P2B have clarified this. If P2B has an issue, EFCC, whatever, they will have. It's only Nigerian politicians today that they cannot find anything. And they know that there has nothing. So, in about days in my place, they said, when a woman is too pretty, too beautiful, you don't know what to stare about. You say, this year beautiful is from Mami Water. So they can't get anything. Tunde, come out to reality. Mami Water. Yes, Mami Water. Nothing. Both certificate, both name, both school, both drugs. They cannot get anything.
Let me read this final message. Esther, my association sends 20K to my account to get a carpenter for our facility repairs. Oyedele and his people see the money hit my account and assume it's a transaction revenue, expected tax. Meanwhile, no be my money. Esther then go explain tire. Mr. Shegun Shepito. You see? Explain this one, All right, Mr. Tony Bata, what's your final take?
My final take is that Nigerians, we need to take back our country. It will be well. We keep talking.
All right, and you?
Yeah, I agree with him completely. I think that we have a long way to go and there's a lot of work to do. And we just need to remember that nobody's going to save us. Peter Obi is not your savior. Tinubu is not your savior. Atiku is not your savior. You are your savior. And it is in our hands, really.
It's in our hands,
right? It's in our hands, really. You know, if we want a new Nigeria, we've got to fight for it and push for it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard my guest this evening, Mr. Segun Shokwetan. Thank you so much for coming. I really loved your angle because I know you're a business analyst. He was in the right perspective to give us deep details on this tax situation and our economy. Mr. Anthony Mbata, thank you so much as usual. You're always passionate, so passionate. A couple of persons don't understand how passionate you are, but thank you as well for coming in and giving us your own insights. Unfortunately, we couldn't get across to the local government.
Yes, we'll be calling. Maybe tomorrow maybe the man is.
We need to verify that information, but it was a very sad one. Please, Imo State.
He's the chairman of that local government.
I don't know what's happening. Something needs to be done. Something needs to be done. We can't continue like this. People cannot wake up and go out and then do find themselves way back home. I don't know. I don't get it. My name is Esther Machiku. Do follow us across all social media platforms at VOP 903 FM. Follow me on Facebook, Esther Machiku. On Instagram, Esther Nwaz, ESTANWAZ. On YouTube, it's Estic Media, ESTIQMEDIA. Mr. Comretoni Mbata.
Chima Mbata, Facebook, Comretoni Mbata.
All right.
TikTok.
Inside Niger with Segun Shokwetan on YouTube. Segun Shokwetan everywhere else.
O'Shea. All right, good night. Have yourself a wonderful evening. It was quite a cool, wet day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.